I'm on the phone with MTV right now. I said, wow. To be bigger than my wedding. It has to be bigger than everything. And I've been talking about it since I was like born. I came out the womb, I was like, sweet 16, like where are you, you know? Diamonds everywhere, diamond everything.
Stop! Hold up, put your ass in the air.
Hey guys, it's your girl Diamond. Today I'm going to be doing a story time on how it was like being on MTV and all that, like everything you probably want to know about it. I'm just going to try to hit every point that I can like think of. But yeah, so I wanted to do a video originally on this topic because first of all, like it's been a big part of my life ever since it happened. Everyone like knows about me being on it or whatever. So yeah, I just wanted to like make a video on how I felt about it and how it was basically. Oh no. Okay, so I'm gonna start off on how I actually got the opportunity to be on the show, like what I did to get on the show basically. So if most of you guys haven't known, like if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, like I'll have the link down below, but I was on My Super Sweet 16 on MTV. I was the premiere episode of season 10 and they just came out, like season 10 was like their like comeback. Yeah, season 10 was like their comeback from like 10 years ago when they used to like have shows all the time and episodes up like every week, and then like they stopped for 10 years and they came back strong. I'm joking. But yeah, so I was like I was the premiere episode or whatever, and yeah, I'll have it linked down below if you guys haven't watched it already. On Instagram, one of my followers had tagged me into like this post. Everyone texts me why I film, but when I'm not filming, like they don't, so thanks. So a follower on Instagram, thank you for whoever that was, tagged me into like a post and it was like, oh, My Super Sweet 16 is coming back, all this stuff, like, and they're doing auditions, like they're looking for people and things like that for like their episodes. And I was like, I remember the date, it was like January 20 something, like it was January 20 something, I know for like a fact, for sure. So I went up to my dad the next day and I was like, oh my gosh, like I need to do this because I was turning 16 in April, and like when it happened that was January, so like I was turning 16 in a few months and I was already planning my Sweet 16 party, but I had no idea that they were coming back with My Super Sweet 16. And let me tell you guys, I already said this in my video about like my contest that I had for like $1,000, but bro, I loved this show for so long. Like I watched that show so much when I was little, like so much. So yeah, even when it was off like air, I was still watching it. Like I would be watching the full episodes. Like I've watched every single episode of My Super Sweet 16. Like I can say that and not like there's no doubt. Like I've watched every single episode. And I don't watch TV like that. So I was like, okay, like oh my gosh, I need to be on this show because it's just so entertaining, you know? And if you've never watched the show and my episode was the first one you watched, like watch more because it's so entertaining. I like love that show. Alright, anyways, so this was like a crazy like event in my life. Like when I found out they were having auditions, I was freaking out and I told my dad like I need to like try to do this. Like so what happened was he's like, okay, like you can do it. He wasn't thinking anything of it. Like he's like, whatever, go ahead, sign up and like whatever. So I was like, all right, he just said okay, but like I was taking it seriously. I was like, oh my gosh, like this could be like me, like right now, like I need to do this. So they were having like, they had a website linked to that like little post or whatever, and it was like an application. So then you like put your full name, like where you live and what your party is gonna be about, what's the theme and all that. I'm gonna shut my phone off. Okay, like I'm like filling out this application and I'm like, oh my gosh, like I don't even like, I had no like, I really was just doing it like just to do it. I just knew that there was so many people definitely applying for this thing, like seriously, I just knew it. And like I don't do TV like that, like I don't know, like I don't know how this works, so I was just like whatever, I'm just gonna apply, put how my party is, and it sounded lit. I mean, it was gonna be lit either way, it was gonna be lit either way, so I just put what it was, the truth, and I was like okay. So I told my dad and then he's like whatever, and then literally 10 minutes later, bro, we get a call from MTV and I was like, but like my dad gets a call because it asks for like all your like information and phone numbers. And my dad comes in my room and I'm like just chilling in my room on my phone. He goes, I'm on the phone with MTV right now. I said, wow, oh my gosh. So I started freaking out. I was like, are you joking right now? So that means they read my application. So I was so excited. Like you can't imagine, like just imagine you being on your favorite show and like I just can't. They were just asking me questions about the party and like if this is the Guardian and just like, you know, verifying everything or whatever. And speed up to like a week later or something, we like did like a video call audition. So first step is like the application, then you like audition, but like cause their headquarters is in California, like New York, and I live in Florida, so we did video call, which I'm pretty sure they do video calls like everyone. But that was audition, and they were like asking me questions about myself and how I am in school, what kind of person I am, what my friends describe me as, like a bunch of different questions. They had a personal like interview with my parents too through video call, and like it was recorded so they could send it to like the producer or something like that, and then like that person was gonna choose who they wanted to like actually do a show with and stuff like that. So I was scared, but like, you know, I was just doing me. It was like literally in this room. Yeah. And the reason why I'm filming in this guest room, because like I like filming with like sunlight, so if you guys keep asking, I know you guys keep asking, but like I'll film in my room. But that's what happened, and I was like scared, just scared, but like I didn't know, so like I was like, okay guys, like I didn't tell anybody really, but like only like my few like close friends like Jasmine and stuff and Tiffany, and like it was just please. And I was talking about it like all the time like to my dad. I'm like, oh my gosh, like I really hope we get picked. I don't know, all this stuff. It was scary. I was excited though, and yeah, it was so coincidental that I'm like literally turning 16 the year they come back. Like I was like, wow. So after the whole audition video call thing, like they told my dad that like they chose to work with us or whatever, and we're gonna do our show on your party and all this stuff. So we're coordinating back and forth with MTV from then on about the whole party. And yeah, that's what basically happened. I'm just gonna go to like when they actually flew down to my house, and then we started filming. So we filmed only for like a week, okay? And this was like the week, was it the week before the party? No, this was the week of the party. So the week of the party, they came to my house, really like hectic. So like I didn't go to school. Like I did go to school, but like I left school early a lot. I didn't go to school some days. Like we had to film like I think it was like 12 hours a day. Like we did so much in like 5 days because they needed footage, you know. So I remember like the first scene was at the nail salon, and I was like freaking out because we were meeting them up there, and that's like the first time I met up with them, and like I was like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. I was like, this is so crazy. It was just like a dream. It was like a dream that came to reality. It was so cool. Like I just can't. Like the scenes with my friends and stuff like that, and like just being behind the scenes of like a TV show, like something that I've never done before, so it was all something new, and it was like really interesting and cool. So yeah, that's basically what happened, and it was really fun. They came to my party, obviously, to film my party, and like everything was real because a lot of people asked like, oh, like did we like stage the party or something? I don't know, but that's like weird. But yeah, everything was true. Like that's how it happened. It's reality. It's a reality show. So. But yeah, so the helicopter happened. Like we got the helicopter. It was really cool. MTV didn't pay for anything. So if you guys are asking that, because a lot of people ask if they paid for like my party, which is like, no, like no. And I just want to say thank you to all of you guys for like just supporting me in everything. That whole time I wasn't filming a lot because I was like focused on the show, and like I don't know, it was a good time. It was a good time. But yeah, it was so cool, and like now like people still recognize me from that, like still, and it's October and that it aired in May. Like that was a few months ago, but still like I get it so much because first of all, I drive the car that like was in the show because that's my car. So when people see my car like driving, they'll be like rolling down their window and be like, oh my gosh, you're the girl from Sweet 16. And like when I'm in the to-go line like at Taco Bell, like when I'm at Chipotle, like just anywhere, like people always bring it up. Like seriously, I didn't know it was gonna be that big of an impact. I knew it's gonna be on national TV, but like I wasn't gonna be like, I didn't think it was gonna be like that, you know? So I'm like 100% blessed for that. It was the best experience of my life. If anyone asks like what was the best time of your life, it would be that week. Like, it was so fun, guys, and they were so nice. And like, I already did a whole video thanking them and stuff like that in my like video. I did a whole video on it already, but I just wanted to make another one of like an update, basically. Stressed how much enough. That was like one of the biggest opportunities I ever had, and like, everything was just crazy. Like, there was cameras following me all the time, and they were like, oh, like you're so like used to it, like it's so like natural for you. And I'm like, yeah. Yeah, like I don't know, it didn't bother me. But like, even though I do YouTube and I'm obviously talking into a camera all the time, it's not the same as being followed by a camera with a person, you know what I mean? It was just casual. I don't know, it was just like chill. Like, I don't know, I could live like that. Like, I could. It was so fun. And like the little microphones and all that, like that's just crazy. April 21st was the day of my party. My birthday was April 3rd or whatever, so I already had my license and like I was ready to get my car. So April 21st is when we like filmed that week. And then they told us, like, apparently my show was supposed to, because like I was one of the last ones like to be filmed, I think. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I was like one of like the later ones to be filmed. Like, they filmed other people before me, yeah. And they were like, oh, you know, your show's probably gonna come out like in 2 months or like a month. And I'm like, okay, like that's great. When they were editing it, they're like, oh, we changed our minds, like we want to change it to the first one, like as a premiere. And it was like a lot of like, it was like a lot for me to like, for them to say that. So I was like, oh, okay, oh, okay. Like, obviously I was really excited, but like I was scared, because yeah, they filmed like 5 people before me, and then they're like, yeah, we're gonna rush it. Like, they literally edited it in like such a short time. In the beginning of May is when it aired, and I was like, this is crazy. So like, we had a whole premiere at my house, like all my friends that were like in the show, and obviously like at my party, and we all watched the episode when it came on together, and it was just crazy. But also, I would say it's like, you film so much just for it to be 30 minutes. Like, yo, we filmed like forever for 5 days. Like, so many things that are not in the show. Like, there's so much things behind the scenes. Like, I wish they like would release it or something, because it was like crazy. But it's okay. So yeah, but those are like, that answers most of the questions people ask. Like, did you get paid by them? They do give you like a little bit of money, just like you did do it with them, and like, you know, like it's in the contract that they like give you a little money. But no, they don't pay for my party, they didn't pay for my car. And people ask me, oh, if it wasn't for MTV, would your party already been like that? And I would say yes, because like I said, I found out in January about the show coming back on, and that's when I applied for it. And my party was in April, and me and my dad have been planning it, and like everything that was at the party would have been at the party no matter what. The cars, I've been wanted those cars, like the BMW i8 and the Maserati and the Mercedes G500. Those were the cars I wanted. So like, nothing really, like MTV didn't really influence like anything about the party, you know? Like, they were just like an add-on. Like, they were like coming to the party that I already like planned out. It was cool. I would do it all over again 1,000,000 times if I could. It was so fun, and I'm pretty sure everyone that like is in season 10 that, you know, experienced the same career I did with MTV, like loved them, because I did too. Alright guys, so I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. Please comment down below any questions or requests you guys may have. Do not forget to follow me on social media at Diamond Flawless with 3 S's on Instagram and 2 S's on Twitter. I have it right here. And follow me on Snapchat at FlawlessDime. I have it right here too. And yeah, I just want to say thank you to everyone for your support. Diamond 16K, oh wow. And if you haven't watched the show, go watch it down below, cause yeah, we lit. But yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Deuces.